The Pitt Season 2, Episode 4 Recap. Why Santos is mad at Whitaker. Warning: this article contains spoilers for the Pitt Season 2 Episode 4. After the Code Black in last week's episode, the Pitt Season 2 Episode 4 featured a good balance of challenging new medical cases and dramatic developments for the doctors of Pittsburgh Trauma Medical Center. The Pitt Season 2 Episode 3 ended with a code black at a neighboring hospital, meaning PTMC is getting slammed with even more patients than normal, and on the 4th of July to boot. Despite the influx of patients and chaos at the hospital, there was still time to explore the backstories and relationships between the cast of the Pitt. Dr. Robbie and Dr. Al-Hashimi had some interesting moments together. Some new tensions are rising between Dr. Santos and Drs. Whitaker, and the new interns at PTMC had their own mistakes to make. A lot happened this week, and all of it is worth discussing in more detail. The Pitt Season 2 Episode 4 ended with an old patient coming back into the hospital with a rapidly growing rash. Dr. Langdon and Donnie immediately brought her back into the emergency room, and Langdon seemed particularly worried about her. It's clear that this rash patient is going to be the focus of next week's episode, but it isn't entirely clear what her medical emergency is yet. While Donnie was talking with Langdon, he suggested that the patient may have MRSA, a severe antibiotic-resistant staph infection. Langdon, however, said that it could be something worse than MRSA. Unfortunately, given the patient only had a painful, rapidly spreading infection as her symptoms, it's not clear exactly what's causing her rash. There are a range of infections and illnesses that could cause it, and the doctors of PTMC may have a mystery on their hands. One of the last developments of the Pitt Season 2 Episode 4 concerned Dr. Santos. After Dr. Santos, Whitaker caught one of his patients having a posterior STEMI and saved his life. Santos called him Fuckleberry, a mean play on the nickname she gave him, Huckleberry. Santos' mean comment was a bit of a surprise, given Whitaker has been living with her since the end of the Pitt Season 1. But there's a reason for her attitude. So far, Santos has handled 3 of the Pitt Season 2's patients, and she's made mistakes with all of them. She wrongly assumed Kylie's father was abusing her. She missed the posterior STEMI that Whitaker discovered, and she missed that her patient was bulimic, only for Dr. King to figure it out. Santos is frustrated that she's missing things other doctors are noticing, and she's lashing out with unkind comments in her frustration. Santos is probably feeling like other doctors are overshadowing or outperforming her, which is making her angry. She's one of the most ambitious and competitive doctors on the Pitt, and if she perceives herself as having an off day, she's going to get mad about it. That could have some negative consequences for the rest of the season. Santos could fight with Whitaker or another doctor, or she could make a costly mistake in her frustration. Dr. Robbie's ongoing drama with Dr. Langdon also got an update in this week's episode. Despite the code black at Westbridge, which is leading to a higher influx of patients at PTMC, Robbie continued to bench Langdon and keep him in the infirmary with less severe cases instead of the emergency room. Robbie also told Dana that he wanted to be on his sabbatical when Langdon returned to the hospital, so it's clear he still holds a grudge for Langdon stealing medicine. The Pittfest shooting in the Pitt Season 1 gave the medical drama a lot of suspense and tragedy, and now Season 2 has its own crisis to deal with. There is going to be some kind of blowout between Robbie and Langdon in the Pitt Season 2, but Dr. Al-Hashimi may have just accelerated its arrival. Towards the end of the episode, Al-Hashimi told Langdon to leave the infirmary and help out with the influx of patients in the emergency room against Robbie's wishes. Now, Robbie and Langdon are going to be working in much closer proximity, and they're going to have to address the elephant in the room. One of the more amusing moments in the Pitt Season 2 Episode 4 concerned Victoria Javadi. While treating a woman who superglued her eyelashes together, Langdon learned that Javadi moonlights as a famous doctor on social media known as Dr. J. Langdon also learned that Javadi made a helpful video about dealing with difficult coworkers, which should be very entertaining to eventually see. 2 of PTMC's main doctors also had their romantic relationships revealed: Dr. Whitaker and Dr. McKay. Santos revealed that Whitaker has been spending quite a bit of time at the farm of a woman named Amy. Amy briefly appeared in the Pitt Season 1. She was the wife of a farmer who was brought to the hospital via helicopter with severe burns over his body. Evidently, Amy's husband died, and Whitaker insists he's just helping at the farm as a friend. Meanwhile, McKay's romantic life is just getting started. At the start of the season, McKay mentioned to Dr. Mohan that she needs to get laid while her son is out of town. In the Pitt Season 2 Episode 4, she decided to accept the advances of Brian, a patient who had a foot injury and had been flirting with her for a while. McKay and Brian made a plan to go on a date to some art galleries in Lawrenceville. Both of the Pitt's new interns, Ogilvy and Joy, had some missteps this week, but Ogilvy's was much more disastrous. While treating a parkour enthusiast who fell through a window, Joy cut herself on a shard of glass and